Namaskar, I am Dr. Shalja Jain from Department of Electronics Engineering, JC Bose University of Science and Technology, YMCA Faridabad. Today in this lecture we will discuss Huffman coding. After studying this Huffman coding, basic learning outcome after this lecture will be students will be able to encode the message of transmitter with maximum efficiency. Basic characteristics of this Huffman coding are: this one is the source code method used for data compression applications. It generates variable length code and give lowest possible length of the code word for given value of m, and here m is the number of symbols used to encode a message. It provides maximum efficiency and minimum redundancy. Because of these characteristics, this code is known as optimum code or minimum redundancy code. Now we have to define some basic steps for Huffman code. When a message are generated by any source, these are defined by given set of probabilities. First step is to arrange the given set of messages in descending order of probability. In second step, group the least probable m messages and assign them symbol used for coding. And if we are using m is equal to 2, then symbol can be 0 and 1. In third step, add the probabilities of grouped message and place them as high as possible, and then rearrange the messages again in descending order, and this process is known as reduction. Now we have to repeat the step 2 and 3 till only m number of messages or less than m probabilities remain. Now in last step we have to obtain the code. Codes can be obtained by obtain the code word for each message by tracing the probabilities from left to right in the direction of arrow till end, and writing the respective symbols 0 and 1 above the path by tracing them from right to left. This Huffman coding can be understood by using by considering an example. Let us consider that a communication system, a source transmit 5 different messages, let us suppose x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 with the probabilities of 0.3, 0.15, 0.25, 0.05, 0.25 respectively. If the number of symbols used to encode these messages is equal to 2, then find the code word for each message and coding efficiency by applying Huffman coding. Now we will understand this Huffman coding, all the steps of Huffman coding by using this example. We have given set of messages x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5 having probability of 0.3, 0.15, 0.25, 0.05 and 0.25 respectively. Now if we see, the first step for Huffman coding was arrange the given set of messages in descending order of probability. That's why first step is to arrange all the messages with in descending order of probability. That's why the order of messages will be x1, x3, x5, x2 and x4 instead of x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5 in a sequence order. Now the corresponding probabilities will be 0.3, 0.25, 0.25, 0.15, 0.05. This one is the descending order sequence of all the messages transmitted by any source. Now in second step, now we are considering m is equal to 2. That's why the symbol used are 0 and 1. Now we have to group the least probable messages and assign them symbol used for coding. Here we are using m is equal to 2. That's why we have to take only 2 least probable messages, and least probable messages are x2 and x4 with probability 0.15 and 0.05 respectively. Now assign code 0 to upper one and 0 and 1 to lower one. Means 0 code will be assigned to x2 and 1 code will be assigned to x4. In third step, now we had the probability of grouped messages and place them as high as possible. Now the summation of probabilities, least probable messages x2 and x4 will comes out 0.2. And now arrange these messages in descending order again, and this one is known as reduction. Since this one is the first reduction, that's why we can call it first reduction. In first reduction, we have the summation of two messages x2 and x4, probabilities of x2 and x4, and its value is 0.2, and arrange them in descending order. Now we will have order of probabilities will be 0.3, 0.25, 0.25 and 0.2 after making a group of x2 and x4. Now again we have to repeat step 2 and 3 till only m number of messages or less than m probabilities remains. Now we will have second reduction. In a first reduction, least probable messages are x5 and x2, having the probability of 0.25 and 0.2 respectively. Now we have to make a group of these and add these probabilities. Summation of these probabilities will come out 0.45. Simultaneously, we have to assign the code 0 to upper one and lower to and 1 to lower one. Means a code 0 will be assigned to message x5 and code 1 will be assigned to message 1. And after in second reduction, we will get summation of x5 and x2 as 0.45. Now again we have to arrange the messages in descending order. After second reduction, order of probabilities will be 0.45, 0.3, 0.25. Remember it, here x1 and x3 probabilities, x1 and x3 message having probability 0.3 and 0.25 are left. That's why, and in order of descending order, this will comes out at the lowest minimum value. Again this step is continued, and having the we will get third reduction. In second reduction, least probable messages are 0.3 and 0.25 probabilities. Make the summation of these two messages. Summation of these two messages will be equal to 0.55. Again arrange them in descending order. In third reduction, we have only two probabilities. One is 0.55 and second one is 0.45. Again in descending order. Now again assign the code 0 to upper one and 1 to lower one. This one is your choice. You can assign 1 to upper one and 0 to lower one, but the procedure will remain same for all the steps. That's why here we are assigning 0 to upper one and 1 to lower one in all the cases. Now reduction is completed. Now we have in third reduction, we have only two messages having probability 0.55, 0.45. That's why there is no further need of reduction. That's why after third reduction, we will stop the grouping of number of messages, because now we have two number of messages, because we have two number of symbols used to encode a message. In fifth step, now we have to obtain the code word for each message. The code word can be obtained in a particular manner. Obtain the code word for each message by tracing the probabilities from left to right in the direction of arrow till end, and writing the respective symbols 0 and 1 above the path by tracing them from right to left. Remember this, we have to make a path from left to right in the direction of arrow till end is the third reduction. And then we have to assign the symbol 0 and 1 above the path by tracing from right to left. Now we will assign a code to each message, and first message is x1, then x3, x5, x2 and x4. First step is to assign a code to message x1. Now see the path. We have to trace the path from left to right till end, till third reduction. x1 is having the probability of 0.3. In first reduction it is again same 0.3, and in second reduction its position is lower than 0.45. That's why this blue line arrow will come down. And next, 0 contribution of 0.3 will be in third reduction and the summation will be 0.55. That's why the path of tracing for message x1 will be is shown by blue line. Now we have to assign the code to this message x1. Now, and code will be assigned from right to left. Now we have to move from right to left. Assign the first in third reduction, contribution of this x1 is from 0.3 and in 0.55, and code assigned to this 0.55 is 0. And now come back to this 0.3. Now code is assign it to is 0. That's why the code word for x1 will be equal to 0 and 0. Now for assigning this code, you have to make the proper sequence. You can write it from right to left or left to right, but the sequence should remain same. Now we have to assign the code to message x3. Next message is x3. Now again trace the path. x3, first line is message x3, then probability 0.25. in first reduction again 0.25. in second reduction it has lowest position 0.25, and then its contribution is in third reduction by giving a probability of 0.55. right, this one is the path for message x3 shown by this blue line. All the arrows are traced from left to right till end. Now we have to assign a code in third reduction, because now we have to move from right to left. In third reduction, contribution of this message x3 is in 0.55 and code assigned to is 0. Now we are assigning a code by tracing from right to left, and now this code in third reduction, first digit will be 0, and then its contribution in 0.25 in second reduction, and the code assigned to 0.5 is 1. That's why the code word for message x3 is 0.1. Clear? Now you can see that this 0 in third reduction is placed at left side and then 1 on right side. That's why the sequence must remain same. It's your wish that you want to place it on right side or left side, but the moment will remain same for tracing the arrow from left to right and for assigning the code from right to the left. Now third message is as per sequence of probability is x5. Now we have to assign a code to message x5. Again trace the arrow from left to right. First symbol is x5, then with probabilities 0.25. in first reduction it remains same 0.25. in second reduction its contribution is for giving 0.5. that's why we have to move upward having the probability of 0.45. and next there is no contribution of 0.5 in third reduction. It will remains as it is. Now the tracing path is shown by again blue line. We can see x5 0.25, 0.25, 0.45 and again 0.45 in third reduction. Now we have to assign the code to message x1. Again we have to start from right side. In right side this path, tracing path is at third reduction 0.45 having a code 1. That's why first symbol to this code word will be 1. And next symbol we have to trace the path from right to left backward. And then we have symbol 0 assigned to this code x5 in first reduction. That's why next symbol for this x5 will be equal to 0 and it is placed at right side. That's why the code word for message x5 will be equal to 10. Next message is x2. Now we have to assign the code to message x2. Now again trace the path x2. First is message x2, second column is with probability 0.15. its contribution is in first reduction with probability of 0.2. next its contribution in second reduction is giving the probability of 0.45, and third reduction it will be traced as it is at the lower position, right? The path for this is again shown by a blue line. Now we have to assign a code, and the code will be assigned from right to left on upper path, upper above the arrow. In first reduction 0.45, the code is, the symbol is assigned to this 0.45 is 1. Then again in second reduction we have a symbol 1, and in probability table we have a symbol 0 to 0.15. That's why a code word assigned to message x2 will be equal to 110. And last message is x4. In the same order we will assign a code word to message x4. Now again we have to trace the path. x4 with probability of 0.5, its contribution in first reduction is with probability 0.2, and the contribution of this probability 0.2 is in second reduction giving the probability of 0.45, and in third reduction 0.45 will be traced as it is, right? This one is the path shown by blue line from message x4 till third reduction. Now we will assign the code word. In third reduction we have to start again from right to left. In third reduction a symbol assigned to probability 0.45 is 1, and then in first reduction its path will be at first reduction 0.2, and the symbol assigned is 1, and in table of probability the symbol assigned to 0.05 is 1. That's why the code word assigned to symbol x4 is equal to 111. This one is the code word for each of the message. Now we had assigned all the code word to each message x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. This one is the table we have assigned code. x1 with the probability of 0.3 having a code of 00, x3 with probability of 0.25 has code 0, 1, x5 10, x2 110 and x4 111. Now the length of each code is equal to number of symbols used for this code. For message x1 we have 2 symbols, x3 2, x5 we are using 2 symbols, x2 we have 3 digits 3 symbols, and for message x4 we are using 3 symbols. Now in order to calculate efficiency of this Huffman coding we have to find out the average length of code word, and for average length of code word we have a formula, and we know the probabilities. Information contained in any message is inversely proportional to the probability of that messages. It means information contained in message x1 is minimum. That's why it is represented by only 2 symbols, and message x4 has minimum probability of 0.05 means it has maximum information. That's why this code is represented by 3 symbols. And now by using this formula, average length of code word, for each message we will find out average length, and its value will be equal to 2.2 letters per message. Now in next step we will find out entropy, and again entropy is the average amount of information transmitted by different set of messages. Here we have 5 messages, and the average amount of information will be equal to 2.15 bits per messages. Efficiency of this Huffman code can be found out by using this formula, and this formula is hx. Hx is the probability of the source, and L bar is the average code word length, and log 2m is the number of symbols used to encode a message. Here we are using number of symbols 2, 0 and 1. That's why log 2 of 2, and we are using bit informations. Now log 2 of 2 will be equal to 1, and the efficiency will comes out 0.977, or you can say 97.7%. this Huffman code, this one is the efficiency of Huffman code, and we will find out the efficiency of Huffman code is better than that of Shannon-Fano code. That's why this code is known as maximum efficiency and minimum redundancy code. Minimum redundancy means number of extra bit without transmitting any information is minimum. If you have any doubt, you can ask a question. Thank you.